Okay, I'm ready. Tonight on Talking Point, I go where few have gone before, into the Metaverse, to find out how it will change our lives. Yep, that was me, and I hope you could recognize it because, we almost broke our budget trying to create a realistic digital version of me. But imagine if we could just transport our avatar-like selves to work meetings and social events, just like that. And that is something the Metaverse promises, and it could possibly change the world because we're no longer held back by space and time. But beyond that, what else can we expect? I want to find out, and there's no time to waste. So, beam me up, Scotty! Oh well, guess I'll have to drive. But first, here's a little Metaverse 101. Meta, among other things, can mean beyond. So the Metaverse is like a universe that exists beyond our physical one. One way to think about it is a 3D version of the internet. That's as basic as it gets. While I deep dive into how the Metaverse might benefit our lives, my new co-host is helping me uncover if it has a dark side. Oh, hey Munah!
Hey Steve!
Oh. So you are no stranger to social media and, all the downfalls that kind of come along with it. Do you think the Metaverse will make the internet even more dangerous?
I love social media for it being a platform for creators to explore, for you to connect with each other. But at the same time, in the recent years, we've seen how it can have negative effects, things like cyberbullying. And Metaverse might just enhance that a little more. It becomes another platform where that can happen.
A recent survey asked Singapore residents how they felt about the Metaverse. Among those who had negative feelings about it, here are some of their reasons.
Over 60% actually had concerns over data and security. Another 57% thought it would lead to an increase in, less desirable behaviors, things like addiction, cyberbullying. And also, 53% felt that the Metaverse could, increase the negative effects on social media, especially on kids, like body and image concerns, and also exposure to dangerous content. I guess the best way is to really enter this virtual environment and to see what it's like there. So, are you ready for a bit of an identity change?
I think so.
Okay, great.
I'm sending Munah into the Metaverse, but not as herself.
I'm starting off with a username, and I've been thinking about what a teenage girl would call herself. It has to be kind of cute, but also quite edgy. Lily, I think Lily's quite cute. Lilypad. Lilypad is perfect. And now we get to the date of birth, and I'm actually gonna go with 2009. And that's just because that's the youngest age allowed. And honestly, I could actually be an 8-year-old girl doing this.
I'm going undercover as 13-year-old Lilypad into a virtual reality chat.
Right now, this is me. I am a blank slate, but I am going to choose my avatar right here. I think this one looks good. Let's see. There I am. Shall we go here? Shall we explore here?
While Munah dives deep into what the Metaverse world is like for our kids, I'm going to find out more about the Metaverse from the company who actually changed their very recognizable name into Meta.
And most important for the interview, these.
First up, I get to choose my avatar.
And I think we're good to go. Okay, cool. Here we go. 3, 2. So as you can see, I'm doing a slightly different kind of interview. This is Talking Point's first interview in the Metaverse.
Hey Steve, welcome to a glimpse of the future.
Tell me exactly what is the Metaverse?
It's just the next evolution of the internet itself. It will be much more immersive. And so when we think about how people use the internet, usually you're whipping out your phone or you're maybe on your laptop. But you can see as we are right now, we're actually in an environment where things are sort of 3D, they're rendered in real time.
So at the end of the day, do we actually really need the Metaverse?
There was a recent study done by the Analysis Group that predicted and estimated that there would be around $3 trillion of economic opportunity enabled by the Metaverse. We think that it opens up a whole new world of possibilities in terms of commercial applications and other ways that many different businesses and creators can actually make a lot of money.
It's clear that Meta wants to signal a new way forward for the internet as we know it. But the idea of the Metaverse is not a new concept. Back in 1992, science fiction writer Neil Stephenson first coined the term Metaverse to describe a 3D virtual space. And in the 2000s, we saw different virtual reality companies pop up. Second Life allows people to have a separate life in an online virtual world, date, or even get married. As an avatar, of course. Roblox, an online game platform where you can buy, sell, and create virtual items. And after the world was introduced to Bitcoin, the first cryptocurrency, a boom of metaverse platforms emerged, using their own virtual monies. One city made news recently for being the first major city to join the metaverse. Just by logging on through a mobile app, South Koreans will be able to access all administrative services in the virtual world. For a start, the mayor's office was built in the metaverse for citizens to tour it and meet him. Virtually, of course.
So when building this Metaverse, how did Seoul decide what to put in, what kind of space to create?
외국인 관련해가지고 잠깐 설명을 드려보면 지금 현재 이제 저희 서울시가 메타버스 투자 상담실 같은 거를 이제 만들고 있습니다. 투자 상담실은 자기 아바타를 가지고 반대의 AI 상담사나
Will it be easy for people to get onto the Metaverse? Do they need the VR goggles? Will you be supplying that to them?
지금 이제 서울시에서 개발하고 있는 방식이 이제 그 모바일 전용 그 앱입니다. 그래서 시민들은 굉장히 자연스럽게 여러 가지 정보 제공 없이 뭐 이메일이라든지 이메일 어드레스라든지 뭐.
If all goes according to plan, in 2026, people in Seoul will be able to access administrative services, file civil complaints, or even create their own community space, all in the Metaverse.
We need to wait a couple more years before Metaverse Seoul happens. But for now, there's something else we can look forward to. Metaverse schools. I'm in a spacesuit too, and we're on the moon. Wow.
Especially in the areas of science and history. This just brings everything to life.
This was me at 14. School was sitting in a classroom and studying from textbooks. But imagine, instead of reading a textbook on Singapore in the early 20th century, I'm actually there. And instead of learning how the heart works, I can see how it pumps right in front of me. Or even take a trip to Mars for my science lesson.
Welcome to online virtual reality school.
Well, it's not too far-fetched for this school in Florida. Students between 8 and 12 spend 40 minutes of each lesson in the Metaverse. And while I might be 50, I'm going to be their student for a day. Wait a minute, why have I gone back in time? Okay, I think I'm lost. And what's that in the sky? Is that a bird? No, is it a plane? It's a dragon? And swooping in on the back of this beast is Vincent Jordan, the tech guy in charge of the world's first virtual reality curriculum company.
So I don't have a horse to ride, but I do have a dragon I can fly on in, and we can talk about medieval legends.
Wow, that is cool. Okay, okay.
And we can actually teach them how to create such things as well.
Take me somewhere else. Surprise me again.
Okay, stand by.
Ooh, I'm in a spacesuit too?
Yes, sir.
Cool. And we're on the moon.
Tranquility Base, the Eagle has landed.
Wow.
Especially in the areas of science and history, this just brings everything to life. And now they go home and they look up at the moon and they go, oh yeah, I was just there today. Okay, go to another location here.
Hi.
Hey there.
So we are at
the beach. Now, this could be anything we want it to be, right? This could be a period of time way in the past, if we needed it to be. And it could be populated by, oh, I don't know, that guy.
Oh, okay. And another
This
one.
guy. And another one. Whatever we felt like we needed here. Here's another really fun and interesting experience for you, Steven.
Yeah.
If you come down to the beach here.
Oh, where are we going? Into the water?
Yeah.
How did I put my head underneath? Oh, just keep going. And we are underwater.
Yep, just hanging out down here, about 40 feet underwater. If we're going to have ourselves a little marine biology class, for instance, this might be a great place to do that.
Yeah, fishy, fishy. I almost feel like I can just reach out and touch it.
Yep.
I gotta ask you this, because we've been having a chat for about 20 minutes now and we're walking around a bit. I'm starting to feel a little bit, woozy. How long can the kids stay online in this environment?
So you build up VR legs just like you do sea legs. Once you develop I can do this for 6 hours straight. I feel absolutely nothing. So it takes a little bit of time to acclimatize to it.
Right.
And once you've got your VR legs sorted, the possibilities are endless, including a second career in the Metaverse. And I'm discovering a job that's gaining popularity. Designing clothes, not for real people, but for avatars. My producer told me I'm going to a fashion show in the Metaverse, and she's already set up my avatar.
Is this supposed to be me? Oh, come on. I'm sure I'm cooler than that. Let me fix it. Think I'll give it a bit more of a tan. But threads I should be in. Yeah, it's a bit more hip. Hairdo. Oh, I like this one. So, that's the upside of being an avatar, because you can make yourself look younger, trendier, even skinnier.
Never mind that my producer thinks it looks nothing like me. But I am all set to attend. This fashion show is organized by Maison Dao, based in Portugal. The company develops its own avatars and digital fashion.
Here's one of our best artists.
That's Simon. He used to own a fashion e-commerce startup. Now he helps independent designers and fashion brands launch their collections in the Metaverse. He's brought me here to showcase some of their designs.
So Simon, how many designers do you have working for you?
We work with around 30 studios. Sometimes in one studio you have 10 designers or 5 designers.
Do they get the same job satisfaction from designing clothes as an avatar versus in real life?
I think that the satisfaction is the same as in real world, sometimes even higher. And because inside of a metaverse and in digital fashion, it is possible to create things that are not limited by even imagination. We can do whatever we like and find plans for it.
And how much more money can you make as a fashion designer in the metaverse versus in the real world?
In digital, it would be possible to earn this 20-30% more thanks to more ownership about your work and that you can get still royalties, for example. So if a user is buying your item and then somebody else is buying the item from this person, the artist in this new ownership system is also rewarded.
I've learned about the potentials of the Metaverse. But what about the pitfalls? Remember that mission I asked Munah to help me out with?
Ow, don't poke me. Hey. I just can't imagine being a young kid and being exposed to all of this.
Remember the experiment I had set up with my co-host Munah? A week ago, Munah entered a social chat room in the Metaverse, posing as a 13-year-old. I'd chosen VR Chat. It is freely available and popular with youths. In VR Chat, players can hop from different chat rooms to meet people.
So this disclaimer is asking me to confirm that I'm over 18, so let me just give this a shot. Oh, I'm in. All right. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, chilling. How are you?
Good. Guess everyone is conglomerating there. What's going on here?
I can't believe I am seeing a rather sexually explicit act between avatars.
I just can't imagine being a young kid and being exposed to all of this.
I decided to go to a different chat room, but I walked into another sex act.
It's just like, this is really, really overwhelming.
I am very uncomfortable with what I'm seeing, so I tried to find out if others around me are too.
Are you afraid? Do you think this is weird?
This is a little weird.
Yeah. Who is this guy?
Bro, y'all just mad. Y'all ain't gotta with me.
How old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
14.
Oh. Hey! How old are you?
I'm 10.
When's your birthday?
My mom doesn't let me tell anybody except my friends. But I can add you to my friend request. I sent you a friend request.
Okay.
Open door, Veronica.
Hey.
Open it. Alaska.
Okay, bye.
No! Oh, wait, are you actually leaving?
There was also one user that I became friends with, and it was fun at first. Hi.
You don't have any other avatars?
It's my first day here. Yeah. Okay, bye.
Wait.
What?
I said wait. I'm trying
Okay.
to get you some avatars, dude.
Are you trying to add me as a friend or something? I see like
Yeah, I just started you.
But he started following me every room I went to.
I'm right on the side of you.
Oh. You here? Oh, hey. You changed. I'm gonna go look for friends. He's like following me all over.
How do you keep disappearing, bro?
Yeah, I'm exploring. Yeah, I'm exploring. He's always following me. Everywhere I turned, he was there, and it felt a lot more immersive, the following.
Do you want this avatar?
No.
I'm down here. No, I'm down here. And she's gone again. Okay.
Hi, Lin Lick. Oh, okay. There's suddenly so many people. Oh my god. What is happening? Yeah. This is really, really tiring for my mind. How old are you? Do you go to school? I didn't expect too much before I went into the metaverse, but when I was in there, there was just so much happening. Ow, don't poke me! Hey! Alright, so I'm going into one of the rooms. Don't know what I'm getting myself into.
What are you doing?
There were moments where I needed to come out of it and just come back to the real world, because it was this world where you could really be anything you want and you don't know what's real, you don't exactly know what's happening, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. And I found myself just wanting to run back to reality.
My experience was jarring, to say the least. But I wasn't alone. Luckily, my producer had someone watch over me. She goes by the nickname of Cyber Guardian. In real life, she is Kavya Perlman, a cybersecurity expert based in San Francisco who is working on developing safety guidelines for virtual reality.
Hello, Cyber Guardian. We finally get to meet. I am Lily Pad.
Yes, I kind of recognize from the voice, Munah. So nice to meet you, Lily Pad.
Yesterday, my experience was, I think, something I didn't quite expect. I mean, I was there for maybe close to 2 hours. I wasn't harassed, but already in that short amount of time, I was exposed to inappropriate content, coarse language. So let's say I was there for a lot longer. How bad can it get?
It can get pretty graphic, depending on the kind of experience you're in. But not only that, conduct. People are just kind of malicious sometimes and can really harass you. The instances of groping, it may sound virtual world, but it feels as real as it may be in real life. There was an instance where at Roblox, this 9-year-old child was molested by a group of avatars. And let's say if there is a child behind that avatar, they can't unsee things. They can't unhear things or go back to undoing whatever has occurred to their brain, to their developing brain. So this is different and very intimate.
And I actually also met a user who was 10, who was being exposed to all this content.
So there may be some pedophiles there that are like pretending to be similar age to try to groom children. So that's another risk that we are facing. We have to acknowledge that children are gaining access to these devices. They're getting into VR. So we need to establish this collective shared responsibility where organizations need to produce tools that automatically recognize that this is not appropriate for this age group, maybe restrict based on the actual age than just to check the box, which anybody can bypass easily.
What happened to Munah is scary, which is why I'm gonna keep a watchful eye on my kids if they ever enter Metaverse chat rooms. That said,
in this episode, I've discovered that the boundaries between the physical and digital world are blurring even more. It's all rather mind-boggling to study, make friends, even buy property that is entirely virtual. While we're not really sure what form the Metaverse will take, the evolution into Web 3.0 has already started. I'm excited at the prospect of what is to come. And I think I'm just going to have to embrace it or risk being left behind.